Dating apps are supposed to give you endless options, but in reality, it feels more like endless disappointment. If you've tried them, you already know what I mean. So in this video, I want to show you a better way to meet women in real life so that you can get a girlfriend this year. My name's Max, and I help men to understand, build, and maintain attraction so that they can have the types of relationships that they really want. So I'm going to run you through 3 strategies in this video that I recommend you do all at the same time, plus a bonus tip at the end, which is a strategy itself, but it won't be effective for every guy, so I've kept that as a bonus. The first strategy is simple. Put yourself in spaces where you can naturally meet single women. And so I'm talking about clubs, activities, the types of spaces that will occur on a repeating basis, be mixed gender, obviously, and have moments that allow for interaction. So run clubs are massive right now. Climbing's quite popular as well. I know people that have hooked up from climbing. Dance classes, especially partnered dance like salsa, hiking groups, language exchanges, improv comedy. There's loads and loads of options out there. Ideally, you want to choose ones that you're genuinely interested in, and the more interaction that they create between people, the better. Don't worry if you're actually good at the activity. It's much more valuable if you can hold a conversation about the activity, and that's why it's helpful to pick ones that you're actually interested in. Plus, there's a higher likelihood of meeting compatible women. Now, how quickly things move with a girl will depend a lot on the type of event. If it's something that's explicitly about dating, you can expect things to move fairly quickly. Women will give you very clear signals that they're interested. They'll smile, they'll bat their eyes, and you can get a girl's number from the first time you meet her a lot of times. If the event isn't specifically about dating, it's usually going to take a little bit longer for opportunities to arise, and signals from women are going to be a lot more subtle, which doesn't mean she's not interested. I would just give it a session or 2 to get to know her and let her get to know you a bit. Let things build naturally. Either way, the steps and the result are the same. When the moment feels right, ask with confidence for her number or if she'd like to go out. If she says no, no worries. You see her next week, stay friends. With this strategy, I would bear in mind that you're not going to meet a girl every single time you go. It's best to just try and have fun and be fun. But when that opportunity does arise, act. Don't let it slip by. Strategy 2 is to learn to approach women directly. You want to be doing this alongside the first strategy in your daily life. So that means dress well every day and leave the house open to meeting the love of your life. This is the most reliable way to meet women, by the way, but obviously it is also the scariest way. So if you're nervous, just remember that every woman wants to be approached in the same way. I'll say that again. Every woman wants to be approached in the same way, and that is confidently, respectfully, and in a way that doesn't make her feel physically threatened. By confident, I mean as best as possible you have a calm, steady voice and calm body language. Honestly, the first couple of times that you approach a woman, you might be literally shaking, and that's completely normal, and it gets easier, don't worry. By respectful, I mean don't say anything sexual or suggestive right off the bat, but I don't mean apologize for what you're doing. A lot of guys will walk up and open with, "Oh, sorry to bother you, sorry to interrupt."
"Oh, sorry."
And honestly, that does more to make you look nervous than it does to make you look polite. So just walk up, say hi, say what you noticed about her, be specific, and see where it goes. And if she's not interested, again, it doesn't matter. And as for not making her feel physically threatened, this one's mostly common sense. No dark alleys. It doesn't matter how polite or respectful you are in a dark alley, she's going to be terrified. During the daytime, in public spaces, you pretty much can approach anywhere. But be aware that as soon as it gets dark, once the sun goes down, women are immediately going to feel less safe walking around. So after dark, I would stick to very public, like well-lit spaces, like center of town kind of thing, but use your judgment. Strategy 3 is to improve your attractiveness. So alongside both of the first 2, I would recommend that you put some work into your physical appearance and any other areas that you think you could improve that a woman might value in a partner. And that's going to be different for every guy. In fact, the events that you choose to go and try and meet women could also be events where you're improving yourself or learning some skill. So in that case, 2 birds, 1 stone. For most guys, the most impactful things are going to be appearance and social skills. So style and fitness. And then I'd recommend social meetups from like the Meetup app, or you can just Google them as well. They're really good for learning to speak to lots of new people and to assert yourself within a group as well. And the bonus tip is to get someone to set you up with a girl. Ask people who are close to you if they know someone who's single and are a good match for you. I promise you it's worth asking, especially if you have female friends or colleagues, and just tell them, I'm single, but I don't want to go on the apps. That's the truth. And people love playing matchmaker. There are limitations to this strategy though, because once you've asked people that you know and they don't know anyone, that's kind of the end of it. You only know so many people, whereas the opportunities for the other 3 are potentially infinite. So you can and should keep going with them until you find the girl that you're looking for. So to sum up, you have 3 strategies to run all at once. Put yourself in spaces where you can naturally meet single women, learn to approach women directly, and always be improving your attractiveness. And as a bonus, ask the people in your life if they know anyone they can set you up with. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.